All right, let's see exactly what you're going through. Okay, so right now I have playback enabled, and I'm going to go ahead and open up a new chart. Here, this is exactly how you should be doing it as well. Okay, once you have all of the data into the replay folder, into you placed your data files exactly how I showed you on that previous link that I had sent. Once you're in playback mode, go ahead and open up GC. So for example, you go into futures, or in this case, you have micro GC. So you go ahead and select micro MGC right here. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up initially just coming up with the latest chart, right? Then when you see the latest chart, you're going to see 625 over here, okay? Right? 625 is going to get loaded. You're going to see all the candles for your latest data set. And your playback right now is set to 4-1. Now, you have to do two things, right? If you want to go back to, say, MGC 1020, you have to realize that MGC is not, all these futures, they have different sorts of month that they expire, right? And so this is the data set that we have for MGC. You'll see 220, 420, 620, 820, 1220. Now, if you wanted to go somewhere, let's say 1020, like there's no month that it expires on 1020. So what you have to do is you have to go to the 1220 to get, because everything between 8 and 12 is going to be under the 12. Whenever 12 expires, then the next batch happens, which in this case would be 221. Okay, so it's just round robin to go to the next month. So everything between 221 and 421 would be under 421. Okay, so now if you were to go ahead and say you wanted to look at somewhere in 1020, you would go actually input 1220 here. So we change the 6 to 12 and change it to 0 for 1220. As soon as you press tab, it's going to start loading, but you realize that nothing will load, and you immediately hit play and nothing will load. And that's because your market replay is set to April of 1st, 2025. Now, there's no data, obviously, for 1220 when you're trying to play in 2025. So what you have to do is you have to go back to the actual year that you want to go back to, and in this case, 2020, and you're trying to go to 10, right? So let's go to October and say 20, okay? So once you have that here, go ahead and hit, you'll say, you want to go back and reset it? Yes, I do. I want to go reset it back to 1020. Now you'll start seeing the data, and you'll start seeing this, and right now it's not doing anything is because I have it at 1x, and it's at midnight. So not a lot of activity going on during midnight. So as soon as you speed this up, you'll start seeing the data start populating. Right here, you see this starting to populate. I hope this clears things up for you. Let's give it another try. So I think you said 1023. So I'm going to go ahead and do 1023. I'm going to go ahead and put 1023. Okay. I don't know if you meant 1023 the contract or 1023 the date. Okay. So it's going to go ahead and it's an invalid contract. Okay. So it's actually most likely 1223, not 1023. So if I do 1223, it's going to go ahead and try to load that. Or let me just make sure. I don't know MGC contract for sure. So if you say 1023. E23 is next, and then 1223. Okay, so 1223, you're correct. So I do 1223 as a contract, and then over here, what I'm going to have to do is click over here and go back to 2023, and then go to October and 1023. So Monday. Okay. It's going to load the data. Once it's loaded, you're going to start seeing the data. And we got 123. Okay, and Terry. Let's go ahead and play. Okay, there it goes. Let's just do loading, and I put it on max so you could see that it's actually going through. If I had this on like 1x, obviously it wouldn't be moving as fast. Right? You'll see one candle moving when you watch, but because it's midnight or 2:44 a.m., you won't see that much activity, but you will see it. Just give it a few minutes, and you'll start seeing the activity. If I speed this up, yeah, see there's some activity happening. 30 at 30x. We'll max it out. All right, so I hope this clears things up for you. Let me know if you have any questions.